Peace and love, family. Peace and love. It's your boy, Chris Enlightened, coming back again with some more spiritual fiddles. And today I'm going in on spiritual impetus. Ooh, this is a good one, family. This is a good one. This is a good one because most people don't even understand the term impetus. They don't even understand what it means. Physically, impetus is nothing more than the force or the energy that controls the way a body moves. But spiritual impetus is the force that controls your spiritual growth or your conscious evolution. Ooh, the force is real, family. The force is real. You see, when you choose not to meditate, when you choose not to have your ancestral altar up, when you choose not to learn divine prayers, when you choose not to focus on growing spiritually, you're slowing down your spiritual impetus. You're going to grow regardless. I don't want people to think that if you're living, you're not going to grow spiritually. Everything you come in contact with puts a mark on your spirituality and your consciousness, and you will grow. You will indirectly grow, but you will grow. I like to be conscious of my growth. I like to push myself and propel myself to higher spiritual heights. So when you do this, when you invest in spiritual tools, you learn divine prayers, you denounce poverty consciousness, embrace wealth consciousness, help people grow spiritually, things like that. When you do that, you propel yourself to grow spiritually. You're essentially putting more juice to your spiritual impetus. But when you choose to embrace negativity, feast off negative things, hang around lower vibratory people, drinking, smoking, anything that's destroying your spiritual growth, you're essentially destroying your spiritual impetus. You're slowing down your evolutionary growth spiritually. Our whole goal is to grow spiritually here. That's it. We're not here to amass all this money, have all these homes, sleep with a bunch of men or women. That's cool. But it's not what we're here to do. And you don't want to have what I call a wasted life. You know, sometimes earlier on in my path, I used to call people wasted souls. It's a waste of a soul by the way people were acting or by the way people were acting. I used to feel as if you could devolve, and I still believe that you can do that to an extent. Because if you come here, everyone chose to come here. And if you don't go out on your plan that you planned for yourself, I call that devolving. And I don't know what may happen in the next incarnation, but you may come back and be a rock. If you're not making any moves, maybe the universe will have you come back and be a rock since you're cool with not making any moves. So if you don't want to be a rock, get out there and start making some moves. Stop wasting time. The beauty about spiritual impetus is this. It transcends time and space. It doesn't always have to be everything in this reality here. Because once your life expires or you transition or what most people call die, whenever you choose to incarnate, whatever form you choose to incarnate in, your consciousness will pick right back up where it was when you left off. Most people think, I got to get incarnated and start all over again. No, it's not like that. You might not remember, but your subconscious mind, your consciousness will pick right back up where it left off at. So that's the beauty of being aware of your spiritual impetus. Like if you've been a monk for 7 to 10 lifetimes, meditating for 3 to 4 hours a day for 10 lifetimes, when you get incarnated and grow up in the hood, you might be a psychic or something. You may not choose to sell dope or do whatever it is that other low vibratory people are doing because somewhere deep within the chasm of your consciousness, you feel as if you are better than everyone else. And that's cool. But it's a direct reflection of all the work you put in your previous lives, family. People aren't just lucky or they're lucky to be a psychic or they luck. It doesn't work like that. Luck doesn't even exist. Luck is a word used. Luck is nothing more than a word that defines something that people can't comprehend. There's no luck. There is no luck. But back to spiritual impetus. If you want to grow spiritually, first you have to be mindful of the spiritual force. You must be mindful of the things that you need to do to grow spiritually. The easiest thing to do is to embrace the highest form of consciousness in our earthly domain, and that's the sun. You know? Taking in sunlight is essentially the same thing as getting a book and reading it versus not being aware of the sunlight and seeing a book and never opening the pages. You know it's a book, you may own the book, but if you're not using the book, it's not going to have any beneficial things for you. That's how sunlight is. If you're just outside like, man, it's hot, I'm sweating, and not really thinking about taking the sunlight in your consciousness, you're not going to win. And again, you're going to grow spiritually indirectly because your skin is the biggest organ, and every time you're outside is absorbing all the terabytes of data that the sun is giving you. But if you go out there, breathe in deep, increase your joy and love and light, and really try to drink the sun rays with your pineal, the sun will work wonders for your consciousness. If it wasn't for me loving the sun and me choosing to be a solar adept, I wouldn't be on YouTube right now. When you start to grow spiritually, you start to get access to the deep, rich reservoir of the singular consciousness out there. And you're going to get flooded and downloaded with information. And you're going to get spiritually bullied by the universe to do something. You don't know what it is, but you're going to have to do something. And it's going to happen every day. If you're working a 9 to 5, when you get home, you're like, I got to make a YouTube video. I got to write some products. And you won't be satisfied until you finish something. Some people, when they start winning, they just have windfall after windfall. Everything they do, like me, you become a winner. You become a non-stop winner, family. But some people lose at everything because they're not raising their vibration. They're not getting access to that deep, rich reservoir of consciousness out there that's going to give them the downloads and the jewels to help them win. So that's spiritual impetus, family. Knowing that whatever you do, all your actions, is pushing you further along on your spiritual path. Investing in spiritual tools, choosing to grow spiritually, mindful of getting good sleep, mindful about the food that you eat. A lot of people don't really understand the warfare that's going on out here. And the best way to confuse someone is through your eyes and through your gut. If you're eating all this crazy food, the DNA and the energy within the food will transmute into you and change the way you look at things and see things and view reality. If you eat food filled with light, you'll be able to receive more light. It's just as simple as that. If you eat food filled with detritus and low vibratory energy and suffering, you'll see more suffering in your life. Everything that we see is processed through our pineal. Our eyes are nothing more than reflectors. And our pineal gives an image to yourself, agreed upon image that everyone else sees and chooses to say that's what it is. But when you start to grow spiritually and you start resonating on higher frequencies, you'll start seeing things that other high vibratory people are seeing. You can be in a puddle of mud and you will see, man, this is beautiful. I'm going to put this mud on my skin and have good skin. Low vibratory people are like, I'm in mud. They just won't be feeling the same way you do. They won't see reality the same way you do. And that's the beauty of growing spiritually. Regardless of where you are, you'll always see light. I have an uncanny ability to extract winning energy and light out of any situation that I'm in. I'm known for that because I'm winning. So if you want to win, family, be more mindful of your spiritual impetus. Start really being more mindful of the force at which your spiritual growth is moving. And when you're mindful of something, when you're aware of something, when you focus on something, it becomes apparent in your reality, family. So on that note, it's your boy Chris Enlightened. If you haven't subscribed to my page, subscribe now. Hit right there and subscribe right now, family. So on that note, peace and love. Winning!